So when it comes to having your first product on Amazon and it's in stock, and let's say we're not having any sales yet and it's been in stock for a couple of days, basically what you need to do is you need to turn on the auto advertising campaign. So I don't have any products in stock at the moment, as you guys probably know, but this enabled section is going to show all your ad campaigns that are enabled. But the launch campaign that I teach and the one that I've had the most success with is giving a few giveaways, which is against Amazon's terms of service, but it happens anyway. So if you're not doing it through the Facebook groups, then you're basically missing out on opportunity because everyone else is doing it anyway. And then also it's the automatic and manual ad campaign. So in this one I'm going to show you how to get the ad reports for your ad campaign. So you want to go up here into advertising, campaign manager. It's going to bring up this page, and then ad reports, and then you want to go search term report. This is going to give you a report of all of the sales that you have and the money that you've spent on certain search terms when a customer has typed in, let's say if you're selling ping pong balls and they've typed in blue ping pong, and it's going to show you how much money you've spent on it and how many sales you got and the ACOS, which if anyone doesn't know, the ACOS is basically the percentage of the total cost of your product that you spent to get that sale. So if your product costs £10 and you spent £2 to get a sale, then you've got a 20% ACOS, and you always want that ACOS percentage to be lower, equal to or lower than your profit margin. So you just want to click request report, and then it will come up down here if you click refresh. So I haven't opened up one of my ad reports because obviously it's going to show all my products and I don't really want that. But I've made a quick one here, copied across and just changed the information. So let's say the campaign that we were wanting to search for was the example I used before for ping pong balls. So we have ping pong, and then the ad group name is ping, auto ad group, which is just one that you created, but then these are the customer search terms. So this is what customers have searched in when you've run your automatic ad campaign, which I recommend doing first for about a week to 2 weeks as soon as your product launches to help build up some search terms. And then once you've found the profitable search terms, which is what we're doing now, you then move it across to a manual. So blue ping pong and ping pong balls, they're both broad match types. Now, when it comes to creating a manual type, you'll be able to pick whether you want a broad match, a phrase, or an exact match. An exact match is obviously word for word what the customer types in, except for plurals and past tenses and things like that. A phrase has to include those words and can have like a word either side. So, for example, if I had phrase match on ping pong balls, they could have green ping pong balls, and this would come up as a phrase match. If it was exact, then it could be ping pong ball, ping pong balls, a ping pong ball, or something like that. That has to be an exact match. It has to have almost exactly what I've written here. And broad, they can have it's just like another degree lower. And if you have let's say 3 different sellers on Amazon have exactly the same keyword, one has broad, one has phrase, one has exact. Exact will always come at the top, then phrase, then broad. Then as long as they're paying the same amount per click. So you want to try and get all of your words eventually onto phrase or exact match. Impressions is how many people saw the ad but didn't necessarily click on it. Clicks, how many people clicked on it. CTR, click-through ratio. So how many people saw it to clicked on it, which is this. And because my product I haven't changed any of these numbers because my first product was actually quite competitive and there were a lot of people doing it. A lot of people saw the ad because there was a lot of demand, but not very many people were clicking on it because there were so many other ads and so many other sellers as well. 8p, total spend 66p, average cost per click 8p, and then the ACOS is a percentage of how much one sale costs to what you spent in order to get that sale. So if, like I said before, if the product costs £10 and you spent £2 to get that sale, it was 20%, and you want it your profit margin all below. The lower this number, the better. If you have a 3% ACOS, you're doing really well. The lowest I've ever got is 4.5%. That was a good day. And then all the other information after this, you can pay attention if you want to, but I personally do not. I mainly look at ACOS and the click-through ratio. If there's a click-through ratio of reasonably high, and the impressions and clicks are nice and like high in each, and the ACOS is low, that's really, really good, and that's what you want to focus on. You want to get this ACOS as low as possible. Now, running an automatic ad campaign may not be profitable for the first week to 2 weeks. Mine personally was not. It was break even more or less. And then as soon as I stopped running it, as I was running out of units, I just turned it off and let it simmer out as the next order came in. Then that was when I made a little bit of money. But don't worry if your automatic ad campaign is not profitable, if it's on like the borderline of too much competition to just about right competition. If it's on that kind of slightly more competitive side, then it may not be profitable for the first week or 2. Moving over to a manual campaign is really quite straightforward. You want to create the campaign. You want to make a list from here. Obviously, you'll have a much larger list if you've run it for longer. You have a lot of different results. You want to pick the ones that have a cost lower than your profit margin. And then this search term over here is what you want to copy. So just put it in, copy this and put it in a list. And then you want to run the manual campaign. You click manual, set the budget, ping manual, continue to the next step. It'll then ask you to pick your product. You'll then pick your product, the one that is the ping pong balls. And then you want to type in this ping pong ball here. So copy, paste, and then broad, exact, or phrase match depending on how confident and what these numbers were like. And then you can have the default bid. I normally leave this at 10p. And then once you add it, it will give you a suggested bid for this. So I hope that video, I hope this video made sense. Basically, in summary, what you want to do is you want to launch your automatic ad campaign, just like I did on the manual. Just click automatic instead. Run that for a week to 2 weeks until you've got a reasonable number of sales, a good collection of search term data. Request the report, and then have a look at the report that it gives you. Every single phrase or search term that is under the ACoS number is underneath your profit margin. So if your profit margin is 20% and the ACoS is 30%, you don't want that one because you're going to be spending more money to get a sale. I mean, you can leave it in if you want to get ranked and get a few more sales. You can do that, but that will be something that you want to kind of remove after the first order or once you're ranked on the first page. Then once you've created a list of all the search terms that are profitable, you want to copy them all, put them into a manual ad campaign, and then select the suggested bids on each one. And then once you've done that, you should see your spend on advertising drastically decrease and your ACoS drastically decrease as well, because you're not going to be spending money on search terms and automatic keywords that aren't performing as well as the ones that you should do. So then you basically eradicate all the spend and expenditure on the search terms that aren't performing very well, and instead funnel that all towards the ones that are doing well. I hope this video made sense. If it didn't, or you're confused in any way, leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you haven't joined the Facebook group already, be sure to do that as well. Other than that, guys, leave a like, rating, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you tomorrow for September daily number 7 or 6. I'm pretty sure it's number 6. Peace.